Hi guys, yeah, I'm the outspoken Mabel. Straight over to Michelle. She's going to do a blog post for us. My blog. Over to you, Michelle.
You. I'm going to read one of my latest blog posts called Going Through the Dirt to Blossom. A quote from Barbara Johnson. I know things are tough right now, but remember, every flower that has had to blossom has gone through a lot of dirt to get there. When many people admire a flower, they appreciate the beauty and sweet aroma that a bloom can bring. Few people think of the process and the dirt that a blossom has to go through to get there. Living with a learning disability has been like growing a flower. For me to blossom, I've had to go through a great deal of dirt to get to my full potential. The compost of having a brain that is wired differently was dumped onto me at a young age. I was diagnosed with a learning disability in kindergarten. My parents explained to me that I learned differently and assured me that I was smart. In time, hearing those words helped me at school. At school, I had my peers telling me that I wasn't smart and often didn't feel intelligent. I was struggling to learn. My learning support and regular ed teachers that was difficult. Even with the accommodations, learning was truly a challenge for me. Math and science also presented difficulties for me. I spent a great deal of those years being frustrated with myself. Thankfully, the support began to work, and I was placed in more regular ed classes and was doing well in them. Socially, I had to go through the dirt as well. I was bullied as a young child in school. Many people didn't want to be my friend because I had a disability. During my elementary school years, it was not being invited to a birthday party or not having someone to play with on the playground. When I got older, it became more difficult as peer groups became more defined. And I was just very hard for me and I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere and I felt excluded more. Luckily, I found a great group of friends outside of my school community that I began to hang out with. Over 20 years later, we're still friends. Not driving also separated me from my peers and led to a lot of exclusion. Most of the other students were getting their licenses, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't drive. As an adult, many times people were not always kind about not being able to drive. I've had people that would, I put more dirt on myself when I had to tell them that the reasons I couldn't. People would tell me I was lucky to not have to drive, or I could drive if I really wanted to. Other times, not having a license prevented me from getting a job I wanted to, or to be able to go to activities that I wanted. I'm grateful for the people that were understanding and have given me rides. The limitations placed on me were another layer of dirt I encountered. Many people didn't think I could accomplish much with a disability. I was told by multiple people I couldn't go to college or get my bachelor's degree or have a job or the life that I wanted to. Hearing those words discouraged me further and caused me to have anxiety about the future. I became negative and dwelled on what I couldn't do. Despite the discouraging words and my own hesitation, I went forward. Deciding to pursue my dreams wasn't always easy and oftentimes created even more dirt. Oftentimes I felt like I was drowning in it and had more being poured on top of me. At college, I struggled to get good grades and pass my classes. I added even more dirt by not using disabilities accommodations because of the stigma. Thankfully, I had a professor who helped me dig out of the dirt by encouraging me to use accommodations in her class. I was able to pass her class and get my associate's degree. When I went back to get my bachelor's, I used those services and had an easier experience. My grades improved and I got a bachelor's degree despite being told I couldn't. Once I began to dig through work in the dirt, I found that I began to blossom. Each achievement, big and small, helped me to bloom. Having success helped me to enrich, like the nutrients in the soil help the flower to grow. Throughout the years of having this, I've had to learn there will always be dirt. I will not outgrow or overcome it. Some of the difficulties stem from the soil one. I've also found I can control not adding extra layers of dirt. Using strategies such as advocating for myself and finding new ways to do things help me not to heap more dirt on me, but to dig myself from the pile out that I'm in. The dirt and messes I have poured on me hasn't harmed me, but has strengthened me. Just like the flowers that I love, I too have had to go through some dirt to get where I am today.
I'm muting myself there, everybody. Oh, God.
I
know. Typical bloody me.
Okay.
You can tell it's late anyway. So, no, I was going to say that Michelle, tremendous story, seriously, okay? It really shows you as a person, and it's something I can really relate to this, because certainly when I was at school, I went through a very, very similar situation you did, and I got bullied unmercilessly at school. And it was, you think you learn to fight back in your own way, you know, so respect you, and also love to that, the fact that you fought for everything you've got there, so brilliant stuff. Great story.
You.
And it's also worth a note. It's worth it because going to get into Michelle's blog there, because there's lots more blog posts like that. Out of interest, Michelle, have you got a lovely reading voice there as well? Have you considered actually doing your own podcast, reading out these journal entries?
I would definitely be open to doing that as well. Yes, I would love to.
See, I'm full of useless ideas, I am. So. But seriously, Michelle, it's been a pleasure today. Thank you for coming on Spoken Label. Hang around, because do need to put you off microphone anyway, so sort a couple of things out afterwards. But it's been a pleasure today. Really enjoyed this. So. As Don Canis over at AEW Wrestling says, guys, stay safe, and more importantly, stay over. We'll see you all be well next time.